Namaste, good morning and welcome to the Gida School online classes. I hope you all are fine. Stay home, stay safe. Today, in this section, we are going to discuss about the first two sections of paper 1. You know, paper 1 completely depends on your textbook. Or the most of the questions that you will get in your paper 1 are based on different units or the different readings A, B and C from your English textbook. So the most important thing is you must read the textbook thoroughly so that you can answer all the questions properly. Now, let us discuss the first two sections of paper 1. The section A, reading comprehension. You know, first you will have a long passage from, most probably from A reading, and you will have 4 questions of objective type and other 3 questions which are short answer type. So altogether you have 7 questions, the first 4 questions of 1 mark each and the next 3 questions of 2 mark each, altogether 10 marks. Now, to answer these 7 questions, you should have a thorough idea regarding different phrases, sentences that are used in your different readings of textbook. So, before I go into the readings of textbook, let us discuss how to answer this first 4 questions and the next 3 questions. As I have told you, the first 4 questions, they are objectives, and when you read the passage, given passage properly, definitely you will get the answer within the passage. And some of the answers or some of the options given there would be depending on the sense of the passage or the theme of the reading. So you have to read it thoroughly and understand the sense of the reading so that you can write you can get the right option. Okay. Then the other thing is that when you write this option, just you have to put the brackets and thereafter you have to write the option, that too in capital letters, and if at all there is any change in your option, then don't overwrite it. Just you have to cut it and again rewrite it beside. Okay. Now let us discuss how to answer the short answer questions. In the question paper itself, it is very clearly given answer in 1 or 2 sentences, and that itself means that you have to answer it very short, or better you do one thing, just write the answer in 2 sentences. And when you write this answer, you should see what is the tense of the question, and according to the tense of the questions, you should frame the answers. Okay. So, this first reading comprehension, altogether you have 10 marks. Then you have another short passage where there are 3 objective type questions and 2 short answer. Actually, it is not short answer, the answer should be very brief. It is clearly given there, you should answer within a sentence. So, all these questions. Altogether, it becomes 12 questions. That is question number 1 to 4, you have objective type. Again, question number 5, 6, 7, you have again 2 marks question, and again 8, 9, 10, you have objective, and then 11 and 12, you have the brief answer type questions. Now, both these passages are from the textbook. Now, after this, you have the correction of errors in the grammar and vocabulary section. You know, there is a number before every sentence and there is one mistake in every numbered sentence. So, what you have to do in the correction of errors, you have to identify the word wherever there is mistake. Thereafter, you have to rewrite the entire passage along with the corrections and underline the corrected part. If you rewrite and underline the corrected part, then only you will get the mark. So, be very careful. Okay. Now, how to attend this correction of errors? See, in order to find out the error, you have to take care of some factors. Now, let us see what are the factors that we should see in order to identify the mistakes. First thing is, you have to check each and every noun in the passage and you have to make sure whether they are used properly. Then after the nouns, you see the pronoun. Okay. Now, you have checked the nouns as well as pronoun. Thereafter, you see the verbs, if the verbs are used properly, or simply you have to check the subject verb agreement as well as if the verb is used in its right form. Then you go to the prepositions, thereafter check if the conjunctions are used properly, then the adjectives and the adverbs. So, if you check all these parts of speeches, you know what is the use of different parts of speech and where which parts of speech is to be used, and the main thing that you have to check in the correction of errors is if the exact word is used in the exact place, or simply you have to check if that particular word satisfies the purpose of using that word. Okay. So, just check each and every parts of speech. So, when you check the parts of speech, definitely you can identify what is the mistake in any sentence. So, that is the way how to attend the correction of errors.